Hello, welcome. My name is Babette. Thanks so much for flowing with me. This week we'll be getting deep into your hip flexors, quads, especially, of course, the psoas, large hip flexor. And you might go a little bit over an hour, and this is more of a power class. Front body opening comes also a bit of core cultivation and hip flexor strengthening. So we're gonna do a little bit of all of that. Your space, a little bit of water, maybe hand towel blocks can always come in handy, and I hope you enjoy. Please come to lie on your belly, facing the top of your mat. You can make a pillow with your hands and rest your forehead on the back of your hands. Allow your feet to be as wide as the mat. Just taking the next few moments to allow your breath to move into the side of the body, side of the rib cage, back of the body. Allow your breath to smooth out a bit, softening your belly into the ground, tops of the feet into the ground, your thighs into the ground. Take a deep inhale through the nose as you could breathe all the way down into your hips. And then sigh out. You can then seal your lips and breathe in and out through the nose. Maybe fire up Ujjayi breath. You can stay as you are, but bend your knees and face your toes up to the sky. Go for a bit of a windshield wiper here, massaging the front of your legs, releasing your lower back. Try to relax your glutes as you do that. Bit of a sway. And then feel free to let your feet come back down to the ground, again as wide as the mat. Lifting your head, coming onto your forearms into a Sphinx pose. Elbows underneath the shoulders. Fan the fingers out nice and wide as you draw the chest forward and through. See if you can press into the elbows. You might feel the back body engage and the core engage. So you're not sinking into shoulders or in the rib cage, but you're lifting a little bit more up. From this position, this placement, we're going to take 3 rounds of cat-cow. You're already in a cow spine here. Exhale, take a cat spine as you nib the ribs in, slightly tuck the chin, maybe the hips lift. Inhale, a cow spine, look forward, perhaps press a little bit into the elbows, top of the feet. Exhale, a cat spine, nib the ribs in, maybe press into the thighs. One more pulse, inhale, a cow spine, and exhale, a cat spine. Coming back forward and through on the inhale. Swivel your left hand to the right, bend your right knee, rock a little bit over to the left so you can grab your right foot. Big toe edge or pinky toe edge, and just gently pulse through the leg. It's still early. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, side out. Carefully release that tail, switching sides. Let your right hand pivot to the left, roll a little bit over to your right. Find your left foot and a little bit of a pulse. Deep inhale through the nose. Side out. Carefully let your tail go. Draw your hands underneath your shoulders and press it back into a child's pose. Knees nice and wide, big toes to touch, and allow your forehead to rest on the ground. You're going to gently rock out the forehead side to side. Maybe one more deep inhale through the nose to the back body and side out. You can keep your knees wide, big toes touching as you bring yourself up to sit on your heels. If your feet are not completely on the mat, maybe take it a little bit further forward so that you are. Knees wide, big toes touching. Inhale, reach your right hand behind you, press into the shins, tops of the feet, lift the left arm overhead. Exhale, lower your seat back down, switching sides, left hand behind. Inhale, right arm up, and we'll do that twice more. Inhale, switching sides, right hand behind, left arm up and over. And switch it over to the left hand behind, right arm up, over. And one more time, lower your seat, right hand behind, Inhale, left arm up and over. And exhale, lower down, switching sides. And exhale, have a seat back onto the heels. You can draw your knees together. You're sitting in Vajrasana. Take your hands behind you, eye-like untended fingers, and just gently draw your knees off the ground with the toes untucked. A little bit of a pulse to stretch the tops of your feet. Very intense. We just don't do this very often, this kind of stretch. That's good for the health of our ankles, just to stretch that area. Go for another pulse, maybe lean back a little bit further. Carefully place the knees back down to the ground. Plant your palms down, fingertips towards the feet. As you then step your left foot to the inside of your right foot. I'm going to scoot a bit further forward. On the inhale, press into the palms, the right shin, top of the right foot to lift the hips a bit. And now keep your hips lifted as you extend your right leg long in front of you for this reverse plank, one-legged variation. On the inhale, sweep your right leg up to the sky, bend the knee, take it over the left leg and drop your booty down to the ground. Push into the palms, activate your triceps, lift the hips, lengthen through the arms. Right leg extends and take it down in front of you. We'll do this twice more. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, cross, booty down. Push into the hands. Inhale, lift the hips. Right leg up, right leg down. On the exhale, inhale, right leg up, cross. Exhale, booty down. Inhale, lift up, right leg up, right leg in front. Keep your hips up. Float your right leg off the ground, bend the knee and thread the shin underneath the left as you have a seat. Spin your right fingertips to the back of the mat. Come to stand on the right shin. Step the left foot to the top edge of the mat and sweep your left arm up to the sky. So you can drive for the outer blade of that back foot. Stay as you are, maybe reach the left arm over your ear, or perhaps float the left leg off the ground. Bend the knee and reach back with the left hand for your toe grab. Take a push, take a pull, steady with your breath. Mindfully release the tail, keep the leg up and bent. As you step the left foot behind you, just make sure you don't step on the right foot and have a seat. Take your feet together, knees facing up and bent. Take your hands behind your fingertips to your seat. Keep your right leg as it is, but step your left foot in front. Lift your hips and your back in that reverse plank, one-legged variation. Inhale, float the left leg up, bend the knee, cross, lower your booty down. Inhale, lift the hips, left leg up. Exhale, left leg down, push into the palms. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, cross, booty down. Inhale, lift a little into the triceps, left leg up. Left leg down. One more pulse. Lift, cross, booty down. Coming up on the inhale, left leg lengthens overhead, then take it down. Now keep your hips up as you lift the left leg a bit. Bend the knee and thread the leg underneath the right. Have a seat. Spin the left fingertips to the back of the mat. Come to stand on your left shin. Step your right foot to the back edge of the mat. And then reach your right arm up to the ceiling or overhead for a nice side waist opener. Stay here or push into the left shin, top of the left foot. As you float your right leg off the ground, bend the knee, find the tail grab. Go for the push, go for the pull. Carefully release the leg as you step that right foot behind you, but try not to step on the left foot. Cross right ankle over your left, come over your shins. Take that please into a plank pose just to get the length of your body. And then draw it back to downward facing dog. Maybe a slow pedal out through the feet or that gentle head bobble. Hands a little wider than shoulder width apart. Spread the fingers out wide. Navel in and up, supporting the low back. Uddiyana Bandha, engaging core. Find another 2, maybe 3 breaths settling into your downward facing dog. So no need to lock out the knees, please don't. You can lengthen all the way through without locking the knees out. Just push the front of the mat forward to get into that phenomenal back body stretch. On the next inhale, lift the heels, the hips, dome your spine forward into a plank pose. Take your time through that cat spine. Exhale, thinking cow spine as you draw the hips back, moving into your downward facing dog. Inhale, ripple the spine forward to plank. Exhale, lower your knees down, keep your toes tucked, take a cow spine. Shoulders come forward, elbows bend back, knees, chest and chin, Ashtangasana. Untuck the toes, press into the hands, slide forward onto your belly, low cobra, Bhujangasana. Use your back muscles. Exhale, push it back to all fours, retucking your toes, downward facing dog. Next inhale, coming forward to plank pose. Exhale, knees, chest and chin, shoulders forward, elbows back. Untuck, slide through low cobra to high cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more little variation. Inhale, coming forward to plank pose. Exhale, knees, chest and chin. Inhale, slide it through low cobra. High cobra, press into the top of the feet, thighs. Inhale, upward facing dog, so float the thighs off the ground. Exhale, downward facing dog. And a deep inhale through your nose. And side out. Take another inhale here, backing off a bit, creating space. On the exhale, walk your hands back to your feet at the back of your mat. Exhaling, 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 finding your forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, take a half lift, Ardha Uttanasana, flat back. Exhale, fold over. Twice more. Inhale, half lift. Rock the weight a bit further forward if you want. Exhale, fold over. One more time. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, tabletop spine. And then exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Press into the feet. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up for Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to the heart. Tadasana, your mountain pose. Inhale, arms reach back up. Get a little longer than they were those 2 moments ago. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Find a half lift on the inhale. Exhale, walk it forward to your plank pose. Take your time. We're warming up the hands, the wrists, and then lower down either through knees, chest and chin, or Chaturanga Dandasana to upward facing dog or your cobra. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Smooth out your breath. And take a brief child's pose or sit up on your shins. Just taking a moment. Smoothing out your breath. If you brought an intention with you to the practice, maybe gently remind yourself of why you're here. Or you can set one right now. Let's follow the next inhale to all fours, hands and knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. If you have sensitive knees, feel free to grab a blanket to support your knees, as we're going to be doing a few things on the knees. On the next inhale, draw your big toes to touch and float your left leg to the sky, taking your left down dog split. Bend the knee, open up the hip, and circle through your left ankle clockwise and a counterclockwise to open up the ankle and the foot. Next inhale, re-lengthen through your left leg, find your left down dog split. Keep the left leg up as you come forward on the inhale to a one-legged plank. Fire in your belly, shoulders over the wrists. Mindfully lower your right knee down to the ground. Keep the toes tucked. Bend the left knee, flex the footprint to the ceiling. Allow for a cow spine, look forward, stay up, or bring the shoulders forward, bend the elbows back, tap the chest and chin down and float the foot. Inhale, lengthen through the arms, come back up. Reach your right hand back behind you, finding the left big toe edge of the foot. Stay as you are. Inhale, lift the left knee, look forward, find a push, find a pull, steady breath. And then carefully let the tail go, keep the leg up, right hand lowers. Extend your left long behind you, toes face down. Tap the toes down to the ground. Exhale, draw the right knee into the nose. Inhale, go for a right down dog split. On the exhale, step your right foot through between your hands. Lower your left knee down, untuck your toes. Sweep your arms up overhead for Vinyasa. You can reach to the fingertips or interlace last 3 fingers for Kali Mudra. As always, draw the navel in and up, lengthening through the spine. So you don't sit in your joints. You can press into the top of the back foot. Move the weight a little bit forward into the front foot, radiating in all directions. Exhale, take a T-twist to your right, push through the palms. If you want to, take your right hand to the outer left thigh and reach your left arm overhead for a bit of a side waist opening. And on the exhale, cartwheel the left hand down. Keep reaching back with your right hand. Heel toe the right foot a bit over to the right. And if you want, take your toe grab, bending the left knee, pinky toe edge of the foot. If you want to, it's still early, you can come onto the left forearm and try to rock your weight forward. So I'm off my kneecap, I'm way onto the upper leg bone, your femur. So you can turn your chest up to the ceiling, take a nice long inhale, maybe a bit of a sigh. And then carefully let that back tail go if you have it. Come onto palms. Allow yourself a little wider half split here, drawing the hips back for a little piece of heaven. A deep inhale through the nose, maybe side out. Next inhale, rebend your right knee, weight comes forward, heel toe the foot underneath your face. Engage your core, arms sweep back up overhead for Vinyasa. And now with an engaged core, so you can come up a bit and find a 90-90 in your legs. So draw the right foot back a bit. By pressing into the left shin and top of the left foot, inhale, lift your right foot a bit, step it back down, and then deepen into a lunge. We'll do that twice more. Inhale, come up, 90-90, core, core. Float the right foot, step it down, deepen into the lunge. One more time, coming up. Lightly float the foot, step it down, and deepen into the lunge. Use your core to come back up again. Take your right shin next to the left, about inner hips width apart. On the inhale, circle your arms out to the side. Take right arm over left. Give yourself a hug, half or full eagle wrap. Inhale, take a baby back bend. Lift the elbows up a bit as far as you walked. Exhale, cat spine. Draw the ribs in, coiled all the way in. Keep your eagle wrap as you inhale, come up right, core wildly engaged. Exhale, how lightly can you then step your right foot forward into a lunge. Keep your eagle wrap. Tuck your left toes, drive through the left heel, the knee floats. You're in a very powerful lunge. A thigh roughly parallel to the ground, fiercely drive through the left heel. On the inhale, open this up into a warrior two, finding your feet. A lot of energy through the arms. Then please take your left arm around your lower back. Maybe the left hand can come into the right inner hip crease. You can even gently work the right thigh down. Keep pressing through the outer blade of the left foot. As you inhale, flip your right hand. Go for reverse warrior here. Breath, breath, breath. Keep your left arm wrapped around the lower back. Exhale, triangle pose, lengthening through the right leg. Take your time to cascade over, maybe find a block. Don't make this about how low that bottom hand comes. This half bind is your own hands-on assist. It helps you to roll your left shoulder back, finding that little bit of a drawing of the tailbone to your trailing heel. Maybe then when you feel steady, you can lower that right hand a little further down to the ground. Find your feet, your core. Inhale, rebend your right knee, reverse warrior with the left arm still wrapped around. Exhale, keep the left arm where it is, side angle. Maybe that is right forearm to thigh. Maybe that is right hand on the ground. I just had to heel toe my back foot in a smidge to keep myself steady, anchored to the back foot. So whether the right hand is down or on forearm, you're golden. Stay with your breath. A 45-degree angle from the outer blade of the left foot, pretty much to your left cheek. Inhale, look down. Take your right hand in front of your right foot, maybe on the block. Go for half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana, left leg floats, keep the half bind. As always, kick through the left heel, like activate those left glutes. Steady gaze, steady breath. If you want to, maybe the right hand floats to your heart, or keep it down on tented fingers or a block. Next inhale, right hand lowers. If it was up, free your left arm up to the sky. Exhale, lower the left hand and mindfully internally rotate your left leg to a bit of a standing split. Exhale, feet together, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, find a half lift. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, come all the way up for Urdhva Hastasana, up hands pose. Exhale, hands to the heart. A steady gaze. Please draw your left knee into the chest. I call it the superhero on the heart, so drawing the shoulders back. If you kind of turn your chest in, you're literally pulling yourself down to the ground. So draw the shoulders back, lengthen through the sternum. When you feel steady, ready, release your left shin, send the left foot back behind you. Reach back with the left hand, thumb facing up, and grab the big toe edge of the foot. Kiss your knees. Inhale, reach your right arm up, bicep by the ear, knit the ribs in. This might be enough. We're not going for the back bend today, but do find the teeter-totter for your dancer's pose. Reaching your right arm forward. Steady breath. You want to push the foot into the hand and pull on the foot vice versa. Look forward, steady breath, steady gaze. And then carefully release, giant step back to a high crescent lunge. Tricky transition, find your feet. Exhale, a T-twist to your right, push the palms, energy in the arms. Maybe that right hand to the outer left thigh, reach your left arm overhead for that side waist opening. And exhale, cartwheel the left hand down, right arm reaches up to the sky. Find your low lunge twist here. Perhaps drive a little bit harder through that left heel and lower your right hip a bit. On the exhale, take your right hand down, frame your foot, lower your left knee down, untuck the toes, and take a half split, number 2 here, round 2, just to give the right leg a bit of a break. Next inhale, draw the weight forward, rebending the right knee so you can really shift your weight into the right foot, right leg. For a moment, sweep your arms up, overhead, back to Anjaneyasana, engage your core. Exhale, sweep your arms forward, down and back. Maybe this is enough. You can grab a hand towel or perhaps a strap. Otherwise, you can rock the weight further forward, bending the left knee. Maybe find the top of the foot or the ankle. Once you have it, bring your weight even further forward, then draw the foot back, pull the heart forward and through, navel in and up. Steady breath. Again, I'm not on my kneecap at the very bottom of my femur. Mindfully release that tail if you have it. Engage your core, arms sweep back up overhead. And exhale, come back to that 90-90. Press into that right foot. Find the 90-90 in your legs. Take your left hand to your lower back. Fingertips up or down. Right arm can reach up. Maybe this is enough. Or carefully reach your right arm back a bit. Maybe take your left hand to the left ankle, the left heel, as you commit to the lunge for your half camel in your Anjaneyasana. Stay with your breath. To come up, press into the left shin, top of the foot. Use your core. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, take the right shin next to the left. And then take both hands to the lower back, fingertips up or down. You can just draw the elbows back. That is enough. Try to just thrust the hips forward. See if you can lengthen through your sternum, your upper thoracic. Create space, draw the heart back, then move the hips a bit further forward. You can look forward or maybe let the head drop for the supported camel variation. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Maybe a sigh. Again, use your core to bring yourself upright and then have a seat on the heels for a moment. Coming back to your breath. On the next inhale, let's come forward to all fours. Exhale, downward facing dog. I have glitter everywhere from my pants. Little gemstones. On the next inhale, come forward to plank pose, dome the spine. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin, Ashtangasana. Untuck, slide through a low cobra. Exhale, all fours, retuck, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. We keep going with the front body lengthening. Untuck, slide through low to high cobra if you want. And exhale, downward facing dog. And of course, one more variation. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, Ashtangasana, knees, chest, and chin. Untuck, slide it through low to high cobra to upward facing dog. Float the thighs. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep inhale through the nose. Maybe side out. Take a moment, a breath or two to kind of catch your breath in your downward facing dog. And then take a child's pose or sit up on your shins. And as always, as I call it, coming back to your breath. And we'll take that to the second side. Next, inhale, all fours. Exhale, downward facing dog. Reconnecting back to the breath. Next, inhale, draw your big toes to touch and float your right leg to the sky. Again, right leg, right down dog split. Bend the knee, open up the hip, circle through your ankle, smooth out your breath, and maybe rock a little bit more weight towards the right so not the entire left side is doing the work. Next, inhale, re-lengthen through your right leg, dog split. Keep the leg up, fire in your belly as you come forward to a one-legged plank, knit the ribs in control, lower your left knee down to the ground. Keep those left toes tucked as you bend your right knee, flex the foot, footprint to the ceiling. A cow spine, look forward, stay up here, or shoulders forward, elbows bend back, tap the chest and chin down, float the foot, and inhale, come back up. Reach back with your left hand for the big toe edge of your right foot, maybe that's enough. Or inhale, lift the knee, look forward, find the push, find the pull, steady breath. And then carefully let the tail go, keep the leg up, left hand lowers. And extend your right leg long behind your toes, face down, and then touch the toes down to the ground. They're tucked. Draw the left knee into the nose on the exhale. Inhale, a left down dog split. Exhale, step the left foot through between your hands. Lower your right knee down, untuck your toes. And inhale, sweep your arms up overhead for your Vinyasa. Take a breath or two at least. Just putting some energy, some activity in this shape, maybe a bit of a pause. Exhale, a T-twist to your left. I like to push to the palms to keep the arms activated. Maybe take the left hand to the outer right thigh as you sweep your right arm overhead. Take a bit of a side waist opener. And exhale, cartwheel the right hand down. Keep reaching back with the left hand as you heel toe your left foot a bit over to the left. Maybe rock your weight a bit further forward to take your tail grab, pinky toe edge of the foot. Might be nice to let the left knee splay out like a wing, or perhaps come onto your right forearm, especially if you did on the first side. Try your weight a little bit further forward, shine your heart up towards the ceiling. A deep inhale through the nose, side out. Carefully let that tail go as you come back onto your palms. And with this little wider angle, take your half split. Maybe just flex that left foot as you look forward to draw the left hip back for a little bit more spice in the hamstring opener. Next inhale, weight comes forward, heel toe the left foot underneath your face. As you sweep your arms back up overhead, press into the left foot back to Anjaneyasana. Please engage your core as you lift up, take yourself into a 90-90, stepping that left foot a little bit closer back, behind you, towards you, sorry, not behind. Pressing into the right, shin top the right foot, reach up, engage your core, gently lift the left foot, step it back down, and then deepen into the lunge as far as you want. Inhale, come back up, reach up, gently lift the left foot, step it back down, and deepen into the lunge. It's a tricky balance. One more time, inhale, coming up, go with your breath, lift the foot, step it down, and deepen into the lunge. Coming back up, core, core, core. Take your left shin next to the right, maybe inner hips width apart. Circle your arms out to the side, take left arm over right, give yourself a hug, half or full eagle wrap. Inhale, a baby back bend, lifting the elbows up. Exhale, take a cat spine, draw the ribs in, pull it all the way in. Keep your eagle wrap, come up right, core is engaged. And again, how lightly as you rock the weight a little bit into the right foot, can you step that left foot forward, back into your lunge. Tuck your right toes, drive through the right heel, let the knee float, but stay in that very powerful lunge. Take another breath, you're moving in 4 directions. Left shin drives forward, right heel drives back, you're lifting up and you're rooting down. Next inhale, open up to a warrior 2, so you can expand your wings. Out to the side, finding your feet. Outer blade of right foot, fiercely drive it down. Please reach your right arm around the lower back. Maybe the hand can come all the way into the left inner hip crease. Sweep the left palm up to the sky. Go for a reverse warrior here. Exhale, take your time for Trikonasana, triangle pose. Drawing the hips back, coming up and over. Take your time, find that stacking first. Find the hips first, the hamstrings, and then you can always lower that left hand a little further down if you want. Steady breath. Roll that left hip underneath you, drive to the outer blade of the right foot and into the left big toe mount. Using your core, pressing into the feet. Inhale, rebend the left knee for a reverse warrior. Keep the right arm, for your half bind behind you. Exhale, Parsvakonasana, side angle. That can be left forearm to the thigh, or perhaps left hand on the inside of the foot. Maybe a block, but then roll your right shoulder back, right? In this variation, I like to stay forearm to thigh, tapping into that 45 degree in my body, side body particularly. Please look down. Take your left hand in front of your left foot, maybe on the block. Take this forward into your half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana, with your right arm wrapped around. Steady breath, steady gaze. I always say the same thing because the same thing applies. And perhaps if you want to, take your left hand to the heart. Breathe, kick through that right heel. Go for one more breath. Take the left hand down if it was up. Inhale, free your right arm up to the sky. Exhale, right hand lowers. Internally rotate right leg. Feet together. Forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, a half lift. Re-lengthen. And exhale, fold over. Pressing into the feet. Inhale, come all the way up. Urdhva Hastasana, up hands. Exhale, hands to the heart. I'm going to take a baby step back. Draw your mind's eye to a steady point as you draw your right knee into the chest. Find that superhero on the heart. Whenever you are ready, release your right shin, send the foot back behind you. Find the big toe edge of the foot. Kiss your knees and reach your left arm up to the sky. Now you can stay up, this is plenty. Or if you want to, teeter forward, reach forward with the left hand. Try not to swing your right knee to the right, so you can draw the right hip bone forward. Find that push, find that pull. Go for one, go for two. Carefully giant step back to your high crescent lunge. Finding your feet, drive through that right heel. Remember those 4 directions, up, down, sideways, forward and back. Exhale, teach us to your left. Maybe left hand to the outer right thigh. Inhale, reach your right arm overhead. Exhale, cartwheel, right hand down, left arm reaches up. Find that spinal twist. Here too, find those 4 directions. And then exhale, left hand lowers, right knee lowers, untuck the right toes, draw the hips back, a half split. Inhale, rebend the left knee, weight comes forward, draw it way forward. Feel free to take something underneath your right knee if you want to. Arm sweep forward, up and over for a moment, draw the weight even further forward. Exhale, arm sweep forward, down and back, reach back, plenty. If you want to, get light in that back knee, bending the knee, maybe reach back for the top of the foot or the ankle. Then as you draw the foot back, draw your weight even further forward. Go for one, go for two. And then mindfully release that tail. Core, please, sweep your arms back up overhead. Press into the left foot, come back up to 90-90. Draw that left foot back a bit. Take your right hand to the lower back, fingertips up or down. Left arm up, maybe a reach back a little bit. Or perhaps take your right hand all the way down to the right ankle, the heel as you reach your left arm back. Maybe commit a little bit more into the lunge. Steady breath. And then using your core, inhale, come back up. Exhale, take that left shin next to the right. And then you can take your hands back to the lower back, fingertips up, down, finding your supported camel. You can take blocks by the ankles or tuck your toes. Yogi's choice, simply draw the elbows back, look forward, let the head drop if you want to. Then if you feel called to, you can take your hands to the heels or the ankles or spin the fingertips down, walk them down the thighs to the inner knees. Stay with your breath. Inhale, lifting through the upper thoracic. And exhale, deepening. Then use your inhale, press the shins to come up. And exhale, lower onto your heels. Take that moment. Finding breath. Next, inhale, all fours, hands and knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Coming forward on the inhale to plank. Exhale, knees, chest and chin. Inhale, slide it through low cobra to all fours to downward facing dog. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, knees chest and chin. Inhale, slide through low to high cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. I really like the number 3. One more variation. Inhale, coming forward to your plank. Exhale, Ashtangasana. Your knees, chest and chin. Untuck, slide through low cobra to high cobra to upward facing dog. Float the thighs off the ground. Exhale, downward facing dog. Steady breath in. And maybe a sigh. And take a brief child's pose or sit up on your shins. Coming back to your breath. All right. Next, inhale, all fours, hands and knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Please draw your big toes to touch. Inhale, float your, no, don't float anything. Draw your big toes to touch. Roll your shoulders over the wrists. Look between your thumbs. Fire in your belly. Exhale, bend the knees, squat back, belly to thighs. Look forward. Fire in the legs and glutes. Exhale, step or hop. Find a half lift on the inhale. Exhale, fold over. Draw your big toes to touch, heels fist width apart. As you bend the knees, reach the arms up for chair pose. Utkatasana, biceps by the ears, or at least try to face your knees over first and second toes, or even second and third toes. Exhale, cascade over the legs, finding your forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, a half lift. Exhale, a step, a hop, a float, your journey back. Upward facing dog, maybe low or high cobra instead. And exhale, downward facing dog. Next, inhale, draw your big toes to touch. And you can float your right leg up to the sky. Sorry, plant. Exhale, step the right foot through between your hands. Left foot goes a smidge to the left. Lower the heel, 45-degree in the foot. As you come up into your warrior 1. Arms sweep up overhead. Drive that back blade of the back foot down as you allow for some space in the lower back. Reach your arms behind you, interlace the fingers. Inhale, pull the fist down and back, open up the chest. Exhale, humble devotional warrior, allow the chest, chin to lead. Crown of the head last, thing to drop. As always, just checking that you're not swinging your booty out to the right. Draw the right hip underneath you, maybe deepen into the lunge. You can draw your palms to touch here in this bind. And then please carefully release your hands down and frame your foot. Now your feet roughly stay as they are. Take your hands on the inside of your right foot. Exhale, draw the right leg to lengthen, bend the left knee, walk your hands back, and maybe let your left forearm come down to the ground. Feel free to peel the right toes off the ground. Inhale, walk the hands forward, bend the right knee, lengthen to the left, maybe look forward, drive to the left outer blade of that foot. Exhale, walk the hands back, allow the head to drop, kind of bow into yourself. Inhale, walk the hands forward. We'll do that one more time. Try not to swing the seat out. Draw the hip underneath you. And then exhale, walk the hands back. Let the head drop. Inhale, walk it forward one more time. Pivot on the ball of the left foot. Let the left knee lower, untuck the toes. Feel free to grab a blanket. Heel toe your right foot over to the right for your supported lizard, Uttanasana. Stay on palms. Maybe come onto your forearms if you wish. And let's take a couple breaths here. It's tempting to, so to say, let the knees splay out. I recommend you hug it in to build some strength. Explore cat-cow, spines here if you want. Or variation, reach your right arm underneath your right leg, reaching towards the back edge of the mat. Rock the weight forward to bend the left knee onto the top of that back upper bone, upper leg bone. Once you have the tail grab, rock the weight forward and look forward. A deep inhale through the nose. Carefully side out. If you have the tail, let it go. Carefully come back to palms. Heel toe your right foot underneath you, and let's go for a half split number 3. Take a little lift on the inhale, draw the right hip back, right toes towards you. Exhale, fold over. Next inhale, rebend the right knee, weight comes forward, tuck your left toes, drive through the heel, knee lifts, a brief standing split, left leg up. Take your hands underneath your shoulders, tended fingers blocks, face the left toes down. Reach your right arm up to the sky here in revolved half moon. Bend your left knee, find the big toe edge of the left foot. Go for a bit of a push, a bit of a pull, a pause. Maybe completely externally rotate the left hip and face the left knee up to the sky. Find a lot of breath here. Now please soften your right knee a little bit. Keep your tail grab as you look forward and up. Reach your left arm up as you come up to stand with your tail grab. Behind you, stay here or find your revolved dancer's pose. Breath, breath, breath. Push, pull, push, pull, push, pull. And then very carefully release. Step your feet together, both arms reach up. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold over, Uttanasana. Inhale, a half lift. Exhale, step your right foot back into a runner's lunge. Plant your palms down. Inhale, a left down dog split. Bend the knee, open hip. Feel free to take a rock star to your right as you just moved quite a bit through those hip flexors, quads. Take your time to roll it open as far as you want. Next inhale, flip this into your left down dog split. Fire in your belly, keep your left leg up as you come forward to a one-legged plank pose. Exhale, left knee to the nose. Inhale, one-legged plank, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, one-legged chaturanga to upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Smooth breath. Take a deep inhale. Maybe a sigh. And then please take a child's pose or sit up on your shins as I'm just going to correct my music. All right, beautiful. You can come back to all fours, hands and knees, to downward facing dog. Next inhale, draw the big toes to touch and float your left leg back up into the sky. Exhale, step the left foot through between your hands. Take your right foot a smidge to the right, heel lowers, find that 45 and come up into your warrior one. Feet, especially that back foot. On the inhale, sweep your hands behind you, interlace your fingers, pull the fist down and back, open up the chest. Exhale, your humble devotional warrior, allow your head to drop. Just checking out your back foot. And maybe kiss the palms together. Just try to not completely swing your left hip all the way out to the left. Allow your left toes to relax, but keep that steady, strong energy through the feet. Carefully let the hands come down. Find a half lift as you frame the foot. Take your hands on the inside of your left foot. Your feet stay in this warrior one stance, but lengthen through the left leg. Allow your right knee to bend. Walk your hands back and maybe let that right forearm come down to the ground. Inhale, walk the hands forward, rebending the left knee. Look forward, maybe possibly. Exhale, draw the hands back, bending the right knee, lengthen through the left. And then one more time, inhale, walk the hands forward, look forward. Exhale, draw it back. Inhale, walk the hands forward to where you were a moment ago. Pivot on the ball of the right foot, right knee lowers, untuck the toes, heel toe the left foot over to your left. Feel free to slide your right knee back a bit, take a blanket if you want for your lizard variation. Stay on palms, maybe you want to come onto your forearms, maybe forearms on blocks. Explore cat-cow. If you look forward, you're just going to get a little bit more into the front of that trailing leg, hip flexors, quads. If you wanted to, reach your left arm underneath your left leg towards the back end of the mat, bending the right knee. Maybe find the big toe edge of the foot. Once you have that, rock your weight further forward and maybe look forward. Deep inhale through the nose, side out. Carefully then, please let the tail go. Come back into your palms if you're in forearms, and heel toe the left foot back underneath your face. As you draw the hips back, take your half split. A little half lift, draw the left hip back, toes towards you, and then exhale, fold over. Next inhale, weight comes forward, rebend the left knee, tuck your right toes, and the knee lifts as you drive to the heel. A brief standing split, right leg floats. Take your hands underneath your shoulders, find that little prep for your revolved half moon. Left arm sweeps up to the sky. Bend the right knee, reach back for the big toe edge of the right foot. Pulse a little bit through both legs. And maybe externally rotate that right hip, face the knee up. Go for a bit of a pause, steady breath. As you mindfully then keep your tail, but bend your left knee so you can look forward and up, coming up to stand. Reach your right arm up to the sky. Stay as you are, or perhaps lift the right knee up and back behind you. Revolve dancers. Push and pull. One more breath. And then carefully release. As you step your right foot down, sweep your left arm up. Urdhva Hastasana, get long. Exhale, fold over, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your palms down, and please step your left foot back into a runner's lunge. Inhale, a right down dog split. Bend the knee, open hip. Feel free to take your rock star over to your left. Open it up. Inhale, find your right down dog split, pivoting on the ball of the left foot. Keep your right leg up, fire in the core, come forward, one-legged plank. Exhale, right knee to nose. Inhale, one-legged plank, lengthen through your spine. One-legged chaturanga, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep inhale through the nose. Maybe a sigh. And take a brief child's pose or sit up on your shins. So, the deepest shapes, at least in my classes, are always towards the end of the class, as I hope that we're nice and warm at that point. And hopefully I've prepared you. So see what happens. Have fun. I hope you have fun. And stay with your breath. On the next inhale, find all fours, hands and knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now please draw your big toes to touch and float your right leg to the sky. Got 3 options for you. Option 1, as you draw the shoulders over the wrist, tap the right knee to the right tricep. You can bend the elbows back, looking forward for a spider push-up, or keep going further forward for Vinyasa 2 as you rock the weight forward. Maybe look forward. Inhale, find a right down dog split. Exhale, step the right foot through between your hands. Lower the left knee down, untuck your toes. Sweep your arms back up for Anjaneyasana, full breath in. Exhale, take your right forearm to the right knee. Maybe index finger to thumb, reach your left arm back. Maybe this is enough. Work carefully. Theme of today, rock the weight forward, bending the left knee. Maybe you want to find the big toe edge of the foot. Perhaps pause. You can fall out, just come back in. That means you're trying. Maybe take the left foot into the left elbow crease. Weight comes forward. If you want to reach your left arm up, right arm reaches up, maybe bend the right elbow, finding your bind. Steady breath. It's a lot. Stay with a smooth breath. And then carefully release the tail if you have it. Draw the hips back for half split number 3. And if you're like, well, that's a bit redundant, feel free to take as much as you want today. In and towards your Hanumanasana. You can take blocks underneath your hands. Maybe stay on tented fingers. Stay with your breath. I know I say that all the time. At the moment we kind of stop breathing or hold the breath, we lock up in the body. So keep it a communication. Maybe arms reach up. If you're all the way down, go for one more breath. And then carefully take the hands back down. If your leg is long, long-ish, draw it back. Rebend the knee. Heel to your right foot over to the right. We're back into our supported lizard. Maybe this time come onto your forearms or forearms on blocks if you were on palms the first side. If you took the tail grab the last time, maybe take it again, reaching your right arm underneath the right leg. As you bend the left knee, find the tail grab here. Rock the weight forward, look forward. Find a steady kickstand in that left palm, forearm. I like to take it at a 45-degree angle. Maybe come onto the ball of the right foot and perhaps find a Kundi 2 leg through your right leg. It's kind of like a bird of paradise variation. You're only on your left forearm and left knee, pretty wild, or the femur. Then take that right foot back down, carefully release the tail if you have it. Come onto palms, heel toe the right foot back underneath your face and frame the foot. Tuck the left toes, drive the heel, the knee lifts, let the left heel pivot to the right. Warrior 2 feet, take your right hand underneath the shoulder, inner right foot, maybe on the block, left arm reaches up. And take that half bind, left arm around the lower back, maybe snuggle it into the right inner hip crease. Now keep that as is, look forward. Take your right hand in front of your right foot, maybe on the block, tipped fingers, find your half moon pose. Again, 3 options, stay here with that half bind. Option 2, perhaps the right hand to the heart, steady breath. Option 3, bend the left knee, reach back with your right hand for the big toe edge of the left foot, and maybe find a push and a pull. Go for a very steady gaze. If you have the back tail, carefully release, right hand lowers. Free your left arm up to the sky, half moon. Exhale, giant step back into Skandasana over your left leg, back of the mat. Face the toes out, hands to heart. Maybe float the right toes off the ground. Use your hands on the ground or go without as you lower your booty down to the ground. Let your left knee pivot into the front of the mat. You can take your left leg a bit of a parallel, a 90-degree for your gate pose variation. If this is not your jam, take the left foot to the inner right thigh, your Janushirshasana setup. Then take your right forearm to the inner right thigh, maybe on a block. I like my palm down, reach your left arm up plenty. Maybe you want to reach the left arm over your ear. Maybe take your right hand underneath your left thigh, finding your left ankle, working your right shoulder to the inner right thigh. Left arm up or over your ear, maybe finding that pinky toe edge of your right foot. Huge side waist opening. Don't care what variation you take, but do keep rolling the left shoulder back. And if the variation that you're taking is preventing you from doing that, just back off a bit. Take a deep inhale, maybe side out. Use your inhale to come back up. And then take your left knee to the inside of the right knee. You can use your hands for this, for your half heroes pose. So make sure that your left heel is on the outside of your left glute. Maybe let me shift my shape so you can see what it is that I'm doing. So top of the foot down, half heroes. Maybe this is enough. Maybe you want to walk your hands back. Perhaps you want to come onto your forearms. And maybe this is enough. Or if you're like, I'm taking this all the way down to the ground, you can do so as well. You can reach your arms up overhead and grab opposite elbows for half Virasana. If it helps, you can bend the right knee and step the foot next to the left, or keep the leg long. Take a deep inhale through the nose, side out. And then take your time. Wish you could keep your hair longer to come onto your forearms. If you're all the way onto your back, walk your way back up. Push the ground away with your hands, bend your right knee, walk the weight forward. Now we're going to come to face you. Find a standing split, the left leg floats. And walk your hands underneath your shoulders. Now we're going to have a look at super soldier. I'm going to work my hands over to the left, so don't mirror me, but take your hands over to the left. Look back, bend the left knee, and then take your right upper arm on the inside of the right thigh, grabbing the big toe edge of your left foot. So you can then lengthen through your right leg, externally rotate the left hip, and face the left knee up to the sky. Maybe look up, press into the left fingertips. Go for one more breath. And then carefully let the tail go. Keep the leg up. I'm going to switch sides. And then internally rotate the left leg, step it next to the right, finding your forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, a half lift. Exhale, step your right foot back into a runner's lunge. Plant the palms down. Inhale, a left down dog split. Bend the knee, open hip, stay here. Maybe a rock start to your right or through that side plank. Reach back with the left hand for the pinky toe edge of the left foot and find your tail grab in your side plank variation, your rock star. One more breath. Inhale, release, find a left down dog split, and then a vinyasa of your choice, as you want, as you see fit. To down dog. Deep inhale through the nose, side out, and then take a child's pose or sit up on your shin. So especially with front body opening, I like to take my time. Same with back bending, which is also front body opening. So I got one half, a round to go. Stay with your breath. All right, all fours on the inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Use your next inhale to draw the big toes to touch. Float your left leg to the sky, dog split. Options, left knee to the left tricep as your shoulders come over the wrist. You can bend the elbows back for your spider push-up or take Kundanyasana 2 as you draw your weight way forward. Find a left down dog split on the inhale. Take your time. Exhale, step the left foot through between your hands. Lower your right knee down on top of the toes. Sweep your arms up overhead for your Vinyasa. Take your time, take the left forearm to the left knee, maybe index to thumb. Again, you rock your weight forward. Reach your right arm back, maybe that's enough. Maybe carefully bend the right knee, find the big toe edge of the foot. You can pause. Carefully maybe slide the foot into the elbow crease of the right arm as you spin the right hand up to the sky. You can reach your left arm up if you want, bending the elbow and take your bind. Find another breath. You can soften a bit in the front of that trailing leg, your back leg. And then carefully release if you have the tail. And frame your left foot, draw the hips back, half split. Number 4 here. My lights are giving out, which means I have to wrap it up soon. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Draw the hips back, stay where you are, or take it a little bit further forward. My lights are giving us a little more mood here. As we wind it down for your Hanumanasana. The left side for me is quite different than the right, which is okay. Take about 3 more breaths wherever you are. Maybe arms reach up if you want. And then very carefully, if the leg is long, long-ish, draw it back, rebend the knee, heel toe, left foot over to the left. So we're back into this supported lizard variation. You can slide your right knee back a bit, maybe on a blanket. Feel free to come onto forearms blocks. Stay here for 3 or 4 breaths, or reach the left arm through underneath the left leg, going for your tail grab number 2. As you draw the weight forward, make a bit of a 45-degree kickstand with your right forearm. Rock your weight forward, pop into the ball of the left foot, and maybe find that Kundanyasana 2 leg, your bird of paradise leg. Breath, 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 push into the right hand, the elbow, and then carefully take the left foot back down. Release your tail if you have it. Come onto your palms. If you work forearms, heel toe the left foot underneath you. Frame it with your hands. Tuck your right toes, lift the knee by driving through the heel. Right heel pivots in. Set yourself up for side angle, left hand on the inside of the foot, maybe block, right arm reaches up. You can take your half bind, reach your right arm around the low back into the left inner hip crease, maybe possibly. Look forward, take your left hand in front of the left foot. Find your half moon pose again with the right arm wrapped around. Steady gaze and breath first. Stay here, option 1. Option 2, draw the left hand to your heart. Option 3, bend the right knee, reach back with the left hand, big toe edge of the right foot. Find a push, find a pull. Go for 1 more breath. Perhaps try again if you fell out. As you carefully release the tail if you have it, left hand lowers, right arm frees itself to the sky. Exhale, giant step back to your Skandasana over the back edge of the mat. Take your time, deepening into the lunge. You can use your hands or go without, lower your booty down to the ground, bit of mobility work there. Let your right knee turn to the top edge of the mat. Take yourself in a bit of a 90-90, or sole of the right foot, inner left thigh if you want. Otherwise, flip the leg. Take your left forearm to the inner left thigh, maybe on a block. Right arm reaches up, gate pose, Parigrasana. Maybe right arm over your ear. Maybe take that left hand underneath the right thigh, finding your right ankle, and then work the left shoulder to the inner left thigh, reaching your right arm overhead. Deep inhale, roll your right shoulder back. Exhale, maybe sigh. Take your next inhale to bring yourself upright. You can take your right knee to the inside of the left, finding that half hero. Make sure that the top of your right foot is on the ground and the heel is on the outside of your glute. You can stay up. You can walk your hands back a little bit. You can come onto your forearms. And if you want to, you can come all the way onto your back. Maybe grab opposite elbows overhead. Again, you can bend the left knee and step it next to the right knee, the foot that is, or keep the left leg long. Using the next inhale to take the hands down or they're overhead, push into the forearms, the palms to come up. Please use your hands, push off, bend the left knee, weight comes forward, find that standing split, right leg floats. Again, I'll come to face you. You're in that standing split, right leg is up. Take your hands over to your right, bit of a diagonal. Bend your right knee, let the head drop. Work your left upper arm to the inner left thigh as you draw that right foot to the left hand. Find that big toe edge of the right foot. Really work that left shoulder to the inner left thigh, and then perhaps turn the right knee all the way up to the sky for your super soldier here. Go for one more breath. And then carefully release. Find a standing split. Internally rotate and step your feet together, forward folds. We're almost there, a half lift inhale. Exhale, plant the palms down. Please step your left foot back into a runner's lunge. Inhale, a right down dog split. Bending the knee, open hip, maybe rock star over to the left. Or as you find your side plank, reach your right arm up. Find the big pinky toe edge of your right foot. One more tail grab, a push and a pull. And then carefully release. Inhale, a right down dog split. Vinyasa of your choice or skip. Down dog. Deep inhale through the nose. Side out. Take your time to roll forward into plank and through chaturanga all the way into your belly. Make a pillow with your hands, rest your forehead on the back of the hands. Take the feet about as wide as the mat, and just as we began, maybe bend your knees and windshield wiper the legs. Now you're more than welcome just to let your feet come back down and rest for the next few moments. Or lift your head, reach back with your hands, finding the outer ankles or pinky toe edges of your feet. Or find the inner ankles and big toe edges of the feet. On the inhale, lift the knees, look forward, find a push and pull into your Dhanurasana bow pose. Try to lift the knees through the hamstrings, rolling back a bit. And exhale, rolling down a bit. Om pulse, inhale, lifting up. And exhale, draw it down. Maybe one more pulse if you want. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale, take it down. You can release your feet. Make that pillow with your hands and rest. Now if you want to, I spent a little bit of time in India, and we would often complete our practice in a pranam, which is where you take your hands together in a bit of a prayer, forehead on the ground, pinkies on the ground. You're more than welcome to stay down, connected with the belly, the pelvis, and the forehead and the thighs to the earth. Or if you wish, you can of course come up, maybe thread one arm underneath the other to roll onto your back. And take Savasana there. Perhaps you want Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, knees wide. As you stay where you are, I'm just going to set up my singing bowls. So you're more than welcome to stay on your belly, on your back. Or feel free to come to lie down. In Savasana. So much front body opening today. So if you're lying on your belly, allow the whole front of the body just to soften into the ground. And if you're lying on your back, allow the entire front of your body to kind of open up, expand up and towards the ceiling. So much for practicing with me. Let me know if any questions. Have a beautiful rest of your day, evening, whenever you are practicing with me. And I'll be back next week, and I'll be providing a little bit of a separate, longer sound bath on a separate upload. Thank you so much for your energy, your breath, and your practice.